my beginning thing. There it is. What's going on there, Space Pirates? The Space of the Pirates. A lot of people here tonight already. Good to see everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Sorry we're on late tonight. Don't worry, I just washed my hands. I can touch my eyes. Whole bunch of stuff. Kelly doing more schoolwork. The contracts are going back and forth for the house. Had to do some doctor appointment online today, which I was surprised that my company already got back to me. And now I am no longer on disability, but I am on COVID-19 leave up until April 30th. I got approved for, because unfortunately I have two ladies over there that have underlying conditions where if I bring the coronavirus home, I will probably be okay, but they will not be okay. So at least I got approved for that. And then if this thing is still going crazy, I put in for more. I could put in for another 4 weeks. And my company's being very good about it. We're getting 8 weeks paid leave if we need it. And then it goes down to as long as we need paid leave, but at 60% pay, which is still good. So, but trying to keep the family safe. I can't be out there going door to door to door, seeing people, because you don't know who has what these days. It's bad to say that, but you go to a lot of people that think they just have a cold, and I'll walk in and I'll come out with something. Like I said, I'll probably be okay, but I don't want to bring anything home. What's going on, John, Gil, Omar, Spence? Who else is here? That's all I see on the thing right now. Oh, LTC, Leona Timber Company. And my brother's messaging me like crazy. One of your students is saying they're not doing their homework?
I told her she was missing something, so she goes, I'm finishing it.
Yeah, I don't...
Well, hurry up.
I don't have to be out there at all. The only thing that Kelly and I are going out for is, one, to walk the dog, because the dog's got to go out. And usually there's nobody outside anyhow. They've been very good in my neighborhood. Nobody's been out there, and we go out when we have to go do one big grocery shopping trip and then come back, and that's it. A lot of hand wipies at the grocery store, cleaning everything down, and then coming home. Unfortunately, my cousin may have it. She's got serious fever and all that other symptoms that come with it. She went to go get tested, so we're waiting to see what the test results say. Hopefully she's okay. But it's getting crazy out there. Crazy. Uh-oh, who's that already? Gilly, thank you very much. I got a 50, that's 150. See, you guys got me already going into the back end and adding to your stuff. And then I guarantee that you will not come up as Gilly back here, and I'll have to look and add, and then I'll tell you when to check your... Oh, it helps. Here goes my keyboard again. I was telling you, for some reason, my keyboard likes to double up letters for some reason, but this is old. You guys know I've been complaining about this computer for a while. So I want to add that in. I'm gonna have to scroll. I wish it would just put it in alphabetical order. That would make things so much easier. Damn Streamlabs. And yeah, Streamlabs, I was watching the thing as I was putting the stuff out there. I don't know if, John, you tried the space loot or not, but I guess Canada does not like the space loot for some reason. But I think Gil is up in Canada too. Does the space loot work for you? Dun, 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 dun. Let's look and look and look. So tonight we'll have our usual unboxing. Last week the Sky Raider one. I added another one to the vote for this week. And then... we'll do our unboxing, our vote, maybe hang out a little longer, depending on, it's already that time to ask what's for dinner. I just got yelled at. I did the dishes, though. I'm looking for Gil. Gil is back here somewhere in these 12 pages of people. And it always switches. It's never in the same order, which kills me, too. Ooh, Omar's wife was watching. She got 10 space loot. It's funny, every time I come back here, I get into, I see somebody else that I didn't notice was there last time. Dun, 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 dun. And I know I'm going to miss it. I know I'm going to miss Gil's thing and not see it. There he is. I got it. All right. Add another 150 to you. 13, 14, that's 240. We'll be up to 340. Way in the back over here, 340. Save. Okay, yours is in there. Thank you very much for the donation. Appreciate it, my friend. Guys, help keep everything up and running. Nope, it doesn't like you. Does not like you. I don't know why. I got a little project on the back burner with building and updating the Imperial Series Panther G. Panther without using any aftermarket parts, only Dragon parts sourced from eBay. Oh, pretty cool. Okay, so let's go over to what we're going to vote on this week. And, oh, I'm going to have to remember to change my camera because I didn't do it beforehand. So this week's vote, still in the... I'm glad the OBS is working good for you now. If you need any help, I'm still going to make tutorials on that. I just haven't had time to do it. But it'll help everybody else out. Who was that? Oh, Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob is here. I'm going to have to add that in after we go through the vote. I'm not going to look for yours now. Bob, I'm like you. I'm like your stripper, man. I seriously am. Every time I'm on here, I get a $5 bill in my G-string. Holy cow, you Navy guys. So anyway, the two losers are still here. The Revell P47N Thunder. I don't put dollar bills in your G. Oh no, it's the two losers, not you. The Kelly thought I called her a loser. No, the two losers from last week were the Revell P47N Thunderbolt, and that's exclamation point vote spacebar exclamation point Thunderbolt. Don't vote yet because the voting's not up. I'll let you know when the voting's up. We got the Thunderbolt. That was a loser. And then we had the AMT Star Trek 3-piece adversary set, which is exclamation point vote spacebar exclamation point adversary. So those two didn't win. Sky Raider finally won and was moved off the list. And the new one that's going to be going up on the list is the 1/35th scale Tiger 1 late edition. The picture that's here, I think that's the kit that actually has metal tracks and a metal turned barrel. I don't have that one. I have the one with individual link tracks, and I don't think it has the metal barrel. It's been sitting in my closet for so long. But this one is exclamation point vote spacebar exclamation point Tiger. I'll open up the poll now, and then I'll go through them again. This way you know. Start poll. You should see that in the chat section here in a second. There you go. The poll is now open, and it tells you right there if you look at that one, but I'll run through them again. You got the Thunderbolt vote exclamation point vote spacebar exclamation point Thunderbolt. Then we got the AMT adversary set exclamation point vote spacebar exclamation point adversary. And then we got the Tiger, and that is the exclamation point vote spacebar exclamation point Tiger. Exclamation point vote, I'm just a poor boy, no. Oh boy, Dana's here. Oh boy. So if you weren't here last week, this month's giveaway is sponsored by Omar. Omar, nice. Omar's a nice guy. So this is what the April giveaway is looking like, and I think that I said it was like April 24th. It's the last Saturday of the month or something like that. But the first prize, and this time it's going to go in order. So whoever gets picked first, this will be their prize. And then at the end of the voting, if they want to talk to each other and switch it around some way, just let me know that you switched it so I can tell Omar, and then we get the right thing to the right person. This is a 10.5-inch Mandalorian 3D resin printed figure, and it will have the child or Baby Yoda, whatever you want to call him. This is the one with the that he has the shiny armor on. So 10.5 inches. It's a pretty big figure. And I've seen somebody. I want to say I seen Ken Spriggs doing the shiny one, and he was doing a really nice job on it. And then second prize will be the 1/144th scale Slave 1. And that's from Bandai. And I think if Dana's still here, Dana, were you doing the decals for these, or did you not do the decals for these? I don't remember. I don't remember if you took them off the market or didn't finish them, or what was going on with those. And then we have in third place, we got the Star Trek Vulcan shuttle, and that's in 3rd place. I might have to pick that one up. That thing fits horrible. Oh, the you did do the decals from the. That's a bad fitting kit from Bandai. I'm surprised. Or are you talking about the Vulcan is a bad fitting kit? I can't wait to lose to Mando. So those are the 3 things that. Let me go back. We got Mandalorian. We got the Slave 1. And we got the Vulcan shuttle. Yes. So that's what's going on with that. And now we just talked before this. I was saying the Bandai Slave has the worst fit. Really? I'm surprised. Usually Bandai, you just snap them together and they're pretty good. Getting closer and closer to having the house. Let me just look for Bob. And Bob's always easy to find under the loyalty. And we'll get Bob in here. And uh-oh. What the hell was that? 1500, 250. Gotta count on my fingers. Another 250. Oh shit. I'm gonna have to break out the calculator. Because I suck at math. Bob, you're gonna be up to 2740 once I click on this and set it up for you. 2740. Save. All right, Bob, yours is good to go, sir. Good to go, sailor. Bob's a retired Navy veteran. He was in a long time. He served our country well.
What is he? What was he?
He was Navy.
Oh, cool.
Navy guy. So you think you can love me and leave me to die? Hey, Kenny. Hey, what's going on, Matt? Marty. What's up, Usher? That's the Usher. And Jason. 2 guys popping in at one time. I will buy some stocks. You gotta buy some stocks. Oh, John hit 700. Congratulations. Congratulations, John. On the 700 mark. I was actually looking at Mega Hobby today, what I'm going to do for the 3. I got to still figure out what I'm going to do when we hit 3,000. We'll have a 3,000 subscriber giveaway, but that giveaway, that will work. Let me go down to the cam and get how that'll work is you'll have to be here for the giveaway. Even if you sign up, you got to be around for the giveaway. Focus. What are you laughing at there, Snorter?
Because my student is texting me, and she's like, "What can I do better, Ron?" And I said, "Hold your horses."
Everything.
Then I said, "I don't know, chicken noodle." And then I changed it, and I said, I gave her 100, and I said, "Good job, Cookie." And she's like, "What is wrong with you?"
Tell you going crazy.
I miss you.
So thanks to Omar. What's going on, Jamie? I'm supplying the prizes for May's giveaway. What are you supplying?
She's like, she goes, "My son misses you."
And yes, actually, Dana did talk to me about supplying the prizes for May's giveaway. Big prize will be a circular saw. I'm gonna need all new tools when we get the house. It's my table saw and everything is in Florida at my mom's house, and I am not bringing that back. So thank you to Omar. This is our unboxing this week that you guys voted on. This is the Tamiya 148 scale Douglas A-1H Skyraider, U.S. Navy. The fuselage is 248 millimeters in length, and the wingspan is 317 millimeters. So it's got a nice picture of it over there. Then it has some more art on the side of the box and some information that I cannot read to you because I cannot speak Japanese. And then you have pretty much the same art on the side, but different decals for the different types of planes that you can make out of this one. Great, she just wants to win. I bet I won't even win. You can't try to win your own prize. You have the stuff at home. Silly. Alrighty, let's start with the instrucciones over here. The instructions. And then Bob can tell me everything that I say wrong about the plane. Sad trombone. All right, there's 2 sets of instructions in here, and one is the instruction booklet itself, and one is for painting and decaling. So this side of the sheet, the single sheet, I'll tell you about painting, and one is painting, well actually, this side's for the decals too. This one's for the VA 176 Thunderbolts. That's for October 1966. I like this one with the bumblebee on it. This one underneath it is VA 25, the first of the fleet, and that's June 1965 markings. I like this one. And then this one, 577, carries on to the back to show you what it is. And then we have the Night Raiders, and that's April 1964. And that's all in one section over here. So they only have the one section for the Thunderbolts, and then it's 2 sections for the other 2. So, but at least they show you where everything's got to go. They show you everything. I'm waiting for Max to come out and attack. He's been sleeping a lot. So this is the instruction booklet, and it is, I'm pretty sure, in booklet form. No, it's not. It's in fold-out form. They have the very lovely Sky Raider right here with the wasp or bumblebee on there, which I like. That is really cool. I like this plane. And then it's fold out, and it goes into, you know, the regular stuff we always see. Then it has your pilot, and then unfortunately it is a mega fold out sheet, which you guys know I'm never thrilled about. Then it just goes through the regular assembly of the plane, putting the cockpit in, putting the fuselage halves together, got your engine, and then the landing gear bays, trying to stretch it across so you can see. And then you got your wings going together. But as always, to me it does nice job on their instructions. I just don't like the fold out because it's just all over your desk. And then you got your loadout over here. It's a pretty big loadout. Select one of the type of weapons. Let's see. 200-pound bomb, wing tank, wing drop tanks, and another 200-pound bomb. I'm assuming if you put the 200-pound bombs on there, that's all that sucker can carry. I'm not sure. And then what does it got over here? What do you need? Air-to-ground rockets. 250-pound bomb. You want me to get that?
No, I don't.
And then a rocket tube. So you can load it out a few different ways. So you can do with these rockets, or a combination of ground rockets and bombs, or fuel tanks, whichever way you want to set it up. I'll have to look and see because I wouldn't set it up right. I know I would like throw everything on there and it would be like totally wrong. Will Dana win her own prizes? Oh, let's see. The answer is within yourself, Kappa. I gotta put some more answers in there. Uh-oh, Max smelled food. He's out here. To me, a Tiger mid version. I don't think I have the mid. I think I only have the late up there. I got an M1A1 Abrams, a Type 90 Japanese ground self-defense force tank. I started that one. Another Shelf Queen that I started and didn't finish up. All right, let's start opening the packages of the little plane. I like that Tamiya has little staples in them, so I don't have to break out the scissors and all that other stuff. As we all know, Tamiya, or some say Tamiya, always has perfect sprues. I've never seen flash on any of their sprues. I'd be shocked to see flash on them. We got on this section, I'm not even going to go with the with the technical names of anything on an aircraft because I am an infantryman. I was on the ground in a Humvee, so I don't know all the names of stuff. Got your engine, radial engines. Is this the cowling? Is it called the cowling? The front part? Not sure. Then you got the propeller. Everything is clean. You can see how clean it is. This is all front of the plane right here. I don't know what these little pipes are. Could be exhaust. That's probably the exhaust going down the side and shooting over and under the wings. That's that over there. But I do love the detail that Tamiya puts in. I've always been a fan of them, and thanks to my dad for getting me into the Tamiya kits, because that's what he built. There are little poly caps. I don't know what those are for. I'd have to look in the directions and see, but they do have poly caps in there. Poly caps do not do well with lacquered base paints. They melt them. Hash pipes. That's what they are. They're hash pipes. And so it's at the right time period for the hash pipes. Definitely is. Poly caps might be for landing gear or something like that. Let's see. Let me put this on the ground. Let's see if I can see where the poly caps are. But yeah, poly caps and lacquer, never a good deal. Let's see where they. I'm just curious where those go. Oh, the poly cap. One is for the prop. Actually, two. You got two in the prop. So that's two poly caps, and then let's see if they go anywhere else. You got poly caps in the wheels? No poly caps in the wheels. They give you a lot of poly caps, but I don't see where they are. Oh, it's got the tail hook too. That'd be decent to build this with the tail hook going into onto the deck of an aircraft carrier. That'd be a sweet build. The only poly cap I saw was on the prop. Okay, we'll do the wing. We'll do the wings next. Let's see if they stapled them up. Yes, they did. Just keep isolated out of here in the boonies. Yeah, we're isolated. We're not going anywhere. We are not going anywhere. So the next package I'm going to open up has the wings in it. I'm trying to take it out nice and carefully so I don't knock anything off the sprues or the runners, whichever way you want to call them. Let's put that on the side over there. So you get the fuel tank. I don't know if this one is a drop or a permanent fuel. I bet you this one's the one for the middle. That's probably a permanent fuel tank. Then you got the wings. Nice detail on here. It's not raised. It's all cut in. So you can put nice wash in there, nice panel lines. I'm looking to see there's small indents for rivets on that. Same thing on this wing. Let's see, how long is a wing? 14. One wing alone is almost 6 inches, so you're gonna have at least a foot or a little over a foot wingspan on this kit, which is nice. Got the landing gear legs. They did a nice job on that. Let's get that up there for you. Tail hook, more landing gear, and that's probably for the wing for either bombs or a pod or something over there. Okay, let's go over to the next part of the wings. This is the bottom half, so it's all in one piece, which is nice. Get the fuselage on, and then your wings. You can see a lot more detail over here. It's all for your loadout and placement. Again, it's all recessed panel lines, so wash will look really good on here. You got your flaps on the side. I'm curious if the flaps are movable or not, but I guess I'll find out when I build that. Okay, you aircraft guys, what is the round thing? I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a round cut in at the ends of the wing. Just curious because it's only on one wingtip. If you guys would know what that is. Got your landing bay over here, landing gear over here. It's nice. That thing is definitely wide kit. We can actually see how wide it is. 9, 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Yeah, it's about 12 1/4 inches. So a little over a foot you're going to have of aeroplane, which is nice. It's not a molding pin. It's detail on the wing. I'm just curious. Oh, is Dave here? Dave's my Air Force guy. It's called the round thing on the wing. I think that is the technical term for that specific detail right there. The round thing on the bottom of the wing. I'm just curious because, like I said, it's only on this side. You can tell it's a detail part. It's not an injector pin or anything like that. Access panel, some sort, probably a fuel tank. Ah, okay. There you go. There's another Air Force guy here. That's right, Mark. We got a few Air Force guys here. Oh boy, is the young lad up? The young lad is up, and he's going to be asking, "What's for dinner?"
Not bad news. Governor Cuomo announced that all grades 6 through 12.
Marking for a decal. Decal. I think we're going with Mark with the access panel. It's definitely whatchamacallit. He wouldn't care as long as he's with his friends. Hey Kelly, Mark B asked what's for dinner.
Tell Mark.
Landing light in case of no lights on strap. Thank you very much there, Bob. I forgot you're a Navy guy and this was on a... Hey Bob, were you on aircraft carriers? What were you on in the Navy? Just curious. The next, everybody knows I want hamburgers. Omar said he wants hamburgers for dinner. Omar wants hamburgers. Everybody knows I was a tow gunner on a Humvee. 11 Hotel Echo Niner. Now, this is pretty much the same thing on both halves. It's just one half of the armament setup, and then we got the other half of the armament setup on here, plus the drop tanks for the fuel and the wings. So we got our rockets, our little bombs, which is funny. I think they said these can't be 250. These are big boys over here. These bombs over here. Everything's nice and detailed. I like they got the end of the bomb there to throw it on. I don't know what I would load it out with though. But yeah, this is pretty much, you got your landing gear over here. These two are pretty much the same. Then you got the other half of your setup over here. I always like the rocket pods. Those are cool, watching those go off. Again, the other half of your smaller bombs and the other half of your loadout. So they did a nice job on these guys. Very clean, beautiful pieces as always. I thought we were having the other steak for dinner tonight.
Mark has to open up his mouth.
Oh, it's that time for me to ask what's for dinner. Leftovers are always good. We had hot dogs and mac and cheese. We don't. That's one thing we didn't pick up: hot dogs and mac and cheese.
I was thinking about that.
We should have picked that up. And last but not least, we're gonna have the last package. Not a lot of spruce. We'll get down to the figure. You know who I haven't seen? Where's Rascal? Where's Eric? Elaine is doing good. She's sitting on the couch like a big old lump. Big old lump, not moving, not going anywhere. All lazy like a sloth. You should see her trying to get up to go like to the kitchen or something. It's like a sloth. The little hand starts going like this.
I wouldn't believe a word you
And then she goes like this with the other hand. It takes her about an hour and a half to get from this on the couch just to the faucet in the kitchen.
She did get dizzy today.
She did get dizzy. Yes, she did. So this is the last half. This is the fuselage and cockpit and everything like that. Let's see if I could get this up here for you. It's pretty. Let's see how long it is compared to lengthwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's about 8.5 inches without the prop on it. So you're probably looking at 9 inches, 9.5, 10 inches, somewhere around there. So it's a nice, decent sized plane. Then you got the not raised detail again. It's engraved detail. so you can run washes and stuff like that in there. I'm going to try to get the pilot in there because even at 1/48 scale, hopefully that guy shows up. To me, it always does such a nice job in these scales. And this, so you know, this will be my first ever plane I built. I will be building this one. I never built a plane as a kid or anything like that. So this will be the first one, and I'll take my time on it and figure out what we'll do. Maybe I'll see if, Bob, what kind of, you Air Force guys, would this have any lights on it besides the cockpit? Like for coming into landing into the ship, like any tail lights or tip lights? I don't know, because watching the Blackhawks, we did have lights on our Blackhawks, but not that many. Even on the Humvees, we had lights, but we went to blackout markers at night. But they did an excellent job on this. I'm gonna have to see if there's any aftermarket from it, from like Edward or something like that. Maybe a little bit on the cockpit for seat belts, or see if they got another cockpit for it, because Edward does a lot of good stuff with theirs. And last but not least on the parts is going to be the canopy glass. Oh, Jason, no. What did Jason do? Had store-bought pizza. Nothing wrong with that. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I like store-bought pizza. Red Baron ain't bad. Red Baron ain't too bad. Brian's here. I missed it. Did I miss Brian? Oh, there's Brian. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Hope you're doing well, sir. And the last package before decals or decals. And then we'll go through the vote and stuff like that. And here is the canopy. That is nice and super clear. Never ever do they disappoint on the clear parts. Some small lenses here. I'm assuming that might be just a few lights that are on the plane. So we'll see what's the deal with that. But they did a nice job. Looks like there's only the frame here at the front, a little bit of framing around the bottom. The front part has the frame through the glass, which is not bad. I'll measure that out and do masks on the Cricket for this stuff. This way I can make sure that it's all sealed in properly. They do an excellent job on the glass. Don't need aftermarket, fits together like a Bandai kit. Building a Navy and Air Force One at the moment. Sweet. No, I was just looking at the aftermarket for the cockpit and dress it up a little bit, because I know Edward does nice stuff. Clear. Clear with a K. That is airborne for you, Omar. Damn grunts. Yes, indeed. Why? What were we saying? Dude, you live in Staten Island and you're buying store-bought pizza? Sacrilege. Oh, no, we don't buy store-bought pizza here. We get from Pronto. Pronto. My mom buys store-bought pizza down in Florida, but usually we go to, that's for the kids for lunch, the store-bought pizza. Usually I forgot the name of the place, but it's two guys from Brooklyn down by her house that own the pizzeria over there. Yes, we order our pizza from the Italians. I know, but I'm going to have 4 pizzerias near me, so eating store-bought pizza is painful. Yeah. Sure it is. All right, last thing in the box. Last thing in the box is the decals. Let's take a look at the decals. Lots of decals, lots of markings. Man, these are super thin and really no excess. I'm hoping you can see it. There is no excess film around these decals at all. If you cut right up to the edge where they have it, do a clear, put them on over the clear, and then clear them again, and then flat, you're not going to see anything. See, now this is what I was talking about with Edward. Here's a decal you can use for your instrument panel inside the cockpit, but Edward has colored PE that you can sand all this down and slap it on, and that'll look cool. But they got really, really nice markings on here. That's cool markings, but the other one is my my favorite. All right, here's a stupid question because I'm not a Navy guy. NEAKNM. Does that mean these planes came out of New England, Alaska, and New Mexico? I don't know, because we didn't have that stuff on our vehicles. I just had Delta. One side had Delta Company 187th Infantry, and the other side I was Delta 14. Let's see, 41, 42. I was 43. I was Delta 43. Delta 43 with Sergeant Fry was my first TC, and then I forgot why Sergeant Fry wasn't coming out with us. And then we had Wallace was my TC, and then I became driver TC. And then before I left, Sergeant Bush took over ours, or Delta 43. And then this is the other set with the big old. That looks like it has. Okay, that's not a scratch. Good. Then we got our star, and that's definitely a Wasp. Look at that guy. That's bad. I want to use that one. That is definitely the one I want to use. Again, the decals are nice and thin. I mean, there's no. You cut these and slide them right off and go on there. Those are going to look beautiful. Beautiful. How long did you serve, Kenny? I was in from 92 to 95, and then I was in the National Guard for a little while. I was in at the tail end of the... Well, we still had troops in the Gulf War. Not the Gulf War. We still had troops in the Gulf, so I got my National Defense Ribbon. And then when I was in basic training, the first tower bombing happened. I was in during Bosnia, Somalia, Haiti. Unfortunately, the 82nd, 101st Airborne didn't get to go anywhere for those. Captain Ziff was not a happy camper because the 10th Mountain got called into everything, and we got to stay home. But the reason we got to stay home is because 82nd and 101st are rapid deployment units. We can be in the world, anywhere in the world within 24 hours, no matter what we're doing. So the small stuff we didn't get to go to, like Haiti and Bosnia and stuff like that. When I first got to the 101st Airborne, we were supposed to go to Sinai for sitting out there in the desert doing nothing, making extra money. But that got changed, so home base of the aircraft. That's what I thought. No, they are for attack squadrons. Grunt would love the Sky Raider over her. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to hear that thing flying over. The Greeks made the pineapple. I love pineapple pizza. Pineapple and ham. Hawaiian pizza. You going, ooh, you never had it.
I don't need to have it. That's awful.
No, it's not awful.
It is awful. It's awful.
Pineapple and ham pizza. You guys are going yuck and you never had it.
I wouldn't want to.
Why not?
Because pineapple and ham on a pizza.
It's freaking amazing, especially when you're drunk.
When you're drunk,
That's awesome. We used to have that all the time in the Army. So that, my friends, again, thanks Omar for sending this over, is the Douglas AH-1 Sky Raider U.S. Navy. If it's to me a kit, it's awesome. To me is always awesome. I love them. Call that foo-foo. To all who served in the UK, yes, thank you, Jamie. Yeah, so this one will be definitely getting built up. We'll run through the vote again. Where's my Mousy McMouse? Let's go over to, just because we got some new people in here. That is a beautiful plane. I do love that plane. I would love to hear the prop on that thing going over. When we were out in the desert training, you heard the F-14s going overhead, but you didn't hear those fuckers till they were on top of you. And playing war games, they would shoot out their flares, and stupid frickin' Lieutenant Jefferson got us all killed. First night out in desert training at NTC, he got us all killed. Quick story.
what were you, an infantry?
Quick story. No, fucking Lieutenant Jefferson was an asshole. That was the problem. But all LTs most LTs are idiots. It was full moon out. It was nighttime, and I forgot where we were heading through the desert for whatever bullshit mission we were doing. But where we were going up a hill that would have put us up at the top, overlooking everything. And we told them, let us get out of the Humvees, let us go up to the top, let us scout it out before we go up there, and they can cherry pick us. Nope. Lieutenant Jefferson, go up. So we go up, and you got a platoon of Humvees at the top of this freaking overlook, just looking over the desert up high. Next thing you know, F-14 comes over, shoots all the flares. The OC comes over and says, you're all dead. Good night. And that was it. On our first night of training, we were dead for like 24, 36 hours while that little battle was going on before we could get in it. And after that, nobody wanted Lieutenant Jefferson to be our leader anymore. He was not a good leader at all. Horrible leader. But again, he was just out of college. He tried to go to Ranger School, I think 4 times it was, and failed out very quickly. So you figure after the first 3 tries, you want to go back. But yeah, he was definitely a horrible leader. Anyway, that's the giveaways. Let's go back to the vote. Now, Sergeant V, on the other hand, our platoon sergeant, he was awesome. We got we're voting on these this week. We got the Tamiya 135th scale Tiger 1 late production, and that's exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point Tiger. Then we have the Revell P-47 Thunderbolt, and that's exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point Thunderbolt. Yeah, damn, LTs is right. And then we got the AMT Star Trek 3-piece adversary set, exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point adversary. The company XO, he was awesome. I wish I could remember his name. I only had him as a platoon leader for like a week or so from when I got there, but he was really cool. He was a nice guy. Captain Ziff was a good CO. He wasn't bad at all. First Sergeant Wooden, he was good, but he was a tough bastard. So yeah, good times in the military. Hey, Buckethead, what's going on? A-10 is not a plane, it's a flying gun. Yes, it is. That thing is no joke. No joke. We had to exercise airfield attacks at Cold Lake. That I should not fly and it should not move like that. You know what always scared me flying? I loved flying in Hueys. I only got to fly in those twice because we didn't use them that much, but that was a great flight. Blackhawks were awesome. We flew in those all the frickin' time. I hated Chinooks. Chinook is a scary frickin' ride. That thing is slow like a big old bus in the air, and you're just waiting for it to frickin' drop like a stone out of the sky. Did not like that at all. Love the Blackhawks though. You got where you had to go pretty damn quick, and those pilots, they were amazing. At night, night vision, flying nap of the earth. If you're not in the military, nap of the earth. If you know it, you know it. If you don't know what nap of the earth is, pretty much they're at the treetop level. When the trees dip down, they dip the helicopter down, come back up there, just top of the tree line, top of the top of whatever they're at. We are low and fast going where we're going. Scary, but those guys were freaking amazing pilots. Special Forces, thank you for his service. Special Forces is no joke. But yeah, I can't say enough about those 101st Airborne freaking Black Hawk pilots. They're badass. Had to take them to the lighthouse. Yeah, Chinooks. Ugh. Yucky. Yeah, my grandfather pretty much told his LT in World War II to go fuck himself. Which got him busted in rank again. LTs. Something about them. So we'll let the vote go on for a little while. I'll go back over to the workbench. I just posted this the other day. Gonna start working on him. Since we are getting a place, what I might start doing with some kits is doing sub-assemblies. This way I have stuff ready. And then I can just jump into the boxes. Yeah, that's what Grandpa said. Grandpa said that. I saw 2 A-10s fly over my house. Oh, that's nice. Nah. Nothing beats the sound. My favorite sound, forget a Spitfire. Huey's. Huey's flying over. The best sound ever. The best sound ever. So I'll show you what I'm going to be building. I might actually just start on this a little bit when Flying Nap of the Earth can do some amazing things. Exercise in the 80s. Shot down F-15 with guns. That's crazy. Yeah, Nap of the Earth is I don't know how those pilots do it. It's just freaking crazy. But I'm going to be working on this guy, the modern U.S. infantryman from Desert Storm. They don't have a unit listed because they don't have to. He's an actual mop gear, which is your NBC suit. So you wouldn't see a patch on him at all. So it comes with an A2 rifle, his NPVS 7Bs. I don't think we had 7Bs. We had 7s. His Camelback. We didn't have Camelbacks. Right there. I don't know. I didn't go over during Desert Storm. I think that's when they're saying this one is from, because this is an older kit. Just says Desert Uniform, so I'm assuming they're going. Well, you can tell by the camo patterns back at Desert Storm. When I got into the Army, we did not have Camelbacks at all, so we would have been issued Camelback. So this is, I'm assuming, wrong for that time period. I didn't see any of the guys keep them because you do return everything. Let's see what they got on the back. Follow assembly. You can have them in a few different ways. I don't think so. I'm looking. I gotta look at the other set of directions, but it looks like they have him where you can set him up a few different ways. And that's what I had. I had my woodland. Everything. Mine was 3-color camo. I'm trying to look at what they got as an LBV on here. Yeah, that looks like my LBV. Yeah, we definitely did not have camel packs. Not at all. We had butt packs. We had canteens. I did their LBV. Unless that's his med pouch. His LBV does not look like my LBV. See, they mixed. I'm gonna look at the pieces. I don't know if you can see it. This one here, what he's got on here, was actually part of your Alice pack. This has your magazine pouch, which you can hold 3, and then your grenades on the side. You can hold 2. We used to have 2 of those. But when I got in, they took away our Alice packs, and we went over to the LBV, the load-bearing vests, and you had your magazines across your front, and then you had separate med pouch, and your grenades were on. We didn't have these. The grenades weren't on there. See, this one is more like an LBV over here. They got the pouches on this side. I gotta look and see what they got on this guy, because now they may have made mistakes. It's only 2 arms, so it's not. I can't do them any other way. It's only 2 arms, but we're gonna see what they got as pouches and stuff like that. Aircraft maintainer joke: why do they keep pitted to front of the nose on the F-16 shiny? I'm waiting. It sticks to the dirt better. So this is this guy. He's definitely in mop gear, but he's not in mop 4. Mop 4, we'd have his whole mask on and everything. They do give you 2 heads, so you can have him mouth closed or shouting. And I like it that it's a full head, so there's no seam lines on there. There is a small seam line over there, but if you put his Kevlar on, it's not gonna affect anything. I'm looking at his LBV. This does not look like our LBVs. Another thing, they got this collar over here. Now this collar looks like it's from a bomb suit or some extra protection for your throat. During this time period with what I'm seeing with the woodland camo and the DCUs, we didn't have that either. We had flak jackets, but nothing that covered our throat like that. So that's definitely totally different. Let's see if I can see what kind of boots they got on here. They got jungle boots, which were issued during my time. You could have either wore your leathers or your jungle boots. So that's right. Let's see what they got on the other one. Yeah, but that LBV is definitely not looking right at all. Oh no, now we got two Air Force guys arguing. Hey, what's going on, Phil? Let's see what they got here. Okay. There's his bayonet. That is definitely not the bayonet that we had. So this is that's not right. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, this is totally wrong. We didn't have the camel pack here. This is the right pro mask case. This is where you would keep your protective mask or gas mask if you want to call it that. That's the right shape and size for that. The holster looks right. Canteens would be right because we did carry canteens separate on the back of our LBV, but then what they get wrong is this piece here. If you're gonna go with these, this LBV is not the right thing. What you would have is, I'm sure you all saw it, the Alice straps from you all know from the 80s in Vietnam. It was the same thing for a long time. You'd have your Alice straps over, you'd have two of these, and then on your back you'd have your butt pack plus your two canteens. So this is totally wrong. You wouldn't carry this on your LBV. Med pouches, you'd only carry one. And then these are, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be right if you set them up. If you set them up on here, but even this vest doesn't look right. You'd have 6 across your chest, 6 pouches, and 2 would fit in each. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and then you have your one in your rifle. But what this vest looks like more is what I used because I was a 203 gunner. I had an M203 on my M16. This looks more like that vest where I would have all my 203 rounds, and this vest would go on top of my LBV. So I was carrying not only my combat load on me, so I'd have my combat load of ammunition, I'd have my grenades with me, plus on top of that I would have a chest full of frickin' 40 millimeter grenades on my chest, and then I'd have 3, 6, 9, 12. I think it was 12 grenades on my chest. So I had a heavy load to carry around with me. So that's definitely they got some definitely wrong stuff going on this guy here. They're mixing two different eras together, especially you going with the M16A2. That's what I carried. They should have just made it one or another. They didn't. Obviously, I'd love Tamiya, but it looks like they didn't do their research on this one very well. Because that's an M203 vest. And it looks like they got it buckled at the top where he's leaving it wide open at the bottom. And then he's got his, looks like it would be an Alice pack, because he's got the Alice pack straps on the back on an LBV. We had strings on a tie down. I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff out there for you guys, but I got all interested in this guy. Let me see. Images. Army LBV. just in case you guys don't know, I want to see if they have my old LBV on here. I'm looking to see if they got the old LBV. No, mine were across my chest. Let me see if they got Army LB. No, they got Army. Now I'll have to go even more specific. 1990s LBV. Okay, that was more of our setup. There's an 8 deuce guy. Ah, there we go. Is that? Okay, there we go. Let me see if I can get a bigger picture of this. All right. Giveaways, computer. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this was the LBV that we wore. You had the straps over the top, and then you had your magazines across your chest here. Then you had your 2 grenades at the bottom. Then you had your web belt that went across here. And if you see the 550 cord on the side, that was the tie-up in the back. So they were definitely mixing 2 different things here together. So I don't know what picture they got to look at it, but that was definitely not what we wore. Now is this a better picture of the LBV? I'm trying to see. Hey, somebody on eBay with it. That's pretty much the LBV too. There's the 550 cord I was talking about. Cinch these things up so it was tight on you, and then you got your web belt over here. And nobody. That's another thing. So I'm wondering. I'm curious as to why they also added in the holster with the 9mm over here, the little guy, because the only person that had a 9mm was LT had a 9mm, and also the gunners. So I don't know. This maybe they're making them an LT or something like that. But the only ones that had 9mm were our gunners. Our tow gunners, or our 60 gunners, or saw gunners, or Mark 19 gunner, whoever was up, whatever weapon we had up on top is, that guy had his because it was easier for him to grab his sidearm than to try to pull his M16 up, because at that time we had the A2, and the A2 is it's a pretty long rifle. And in the Humvee, the TC and the driver, we have a little clip. To my left-hand side would have been a little clip where I kept my M16. Fuck that. My M16 was always right by my side where I can grab it a lot easier. Even though, I wasn't anywhere, but it was always where I could grab it a lot easier than over here. I didn't like trying to grab it and pull it up. I always liked having it on an angle where I could just pick it right up and go. The weapon was always at the ready. Always at the ready, especially when we were playing war games. I hated getting killed. Hated freaking getting killed. So there's a little education on that Tamiya kit, that they got a lot of wrong shit in there. A lot of wrong stuff. I'd love to have a Colt 45. I did love the Beretta 9mm that we had. I shot expert with that. Pretty much shot expert with everything, which was nice. I came in the early mid-90s backstop. No flight line. I actually opened up the RLS. Yeah, I came in the early 90s. I was got in 92. So we had a little history lesson today that Tamiya actually messed up a kit. So I'll build it and try to that vest is freaking killing me though, because that's a 203 vest. You can tell by it being open that they should, if they're gonna do that, they should have put a 203 on this guy's rifle and gave you little 203s where the vest, because that's what I had to do with that vest. It clips also, but I had to keep my vest open because if I wanted to get to, because when you're playing war games, you have blanks. So if I had to get to another magazine, I still had to get to my LBV. So I kept my chest, the 203 vest open so I could get to my LBV. It was fun with the 203 because when you're playing war games, I got to shoot a lot of flares. You didn't get to shoot dummy rounds at people because I'll hurt somebody, but the flares were always cool. You see everything with the frickin' flares. Just popping flares all night long. Yeah, my grandfather's 45 and one from World. Oh, that's awesome. My grandfather, when he was coming back from World War II, he stole a 45 and put it into his duffel bag. And then when he got over here, they came back on the ship. His duffel bag was stolen. Otherwise, I'd have a 45, which would have been cool. But unfortunately, I don't have one. I'll probably start on that a little later. Hey, what's going on, Ron? So we've been in here a while now. Let me go check on the vote in the back. See what's going on with that. Did you just call me, Cal? No? Okay, I'm hearing things. Okay, we got 16 votes and 20-something people in here. We got a tie at the moment, and I'm getting the hiccups. So let's go through what the vote is again. And get a few more people to vote. So we have the adversary set, exclamation point vote, spacebar adversary. You can vote on that one if you want. We have the Tiger 1 late production, and that's exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point Tiger. And then finally we got the Revell P47N Thunderbolt, and that's exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point Thunderbolt. So if you haven't voted yet, please vote. So again, adversary set, Tiger, and the Thunderbolt. So get in there and vote, because we have a tie at the moment. Fortunately, I saw him coming. I went to stand by. Oh boy. All right, let's see. Anybody vote? Yeah, we're tied at. Actually, it's not too far off a three-way tie. We got 16 votes. We got whoever just voted, thank you very much. We got let's see, we got 19 people here and 17 votes. We got to get 2 more people to vote. Actually, it might count me as a viewer. I don't know if it counts me or a viewer is not, but I haven't voted. If I have to vote and break the tie, I will. Or we'll go into a tie off. And see. Let me see how long that's been running. It's been running 54 minutes, the vote. So what we'll do is we'll let it run the last 5 minutes. And then if it's still tied, we'll go into a vote off and do that again. We'll vote on the 2 that are tied. This will be the first time ever if it goes to a tie. So you Air Force guys got totally different stuff than we do. So do you Navy guys. I don't know where Eric went. My buddy, my Army buddy, Eric. So any of you guys in the 90s, I bet you the Air Force too. Did you guys have the LBVs like the Army did? But you guys wouldn't carry them around like we did, because we were infantry. So I had to carry that bullshit with me everywhere I went. Kevlar. We did get caught one time going before we went out on a 25-mile road march, because you get your packing list. You're supposed to bring pretty much everything with you. And we did the old, put the whoopee on top. We had our blankets and our pillows in there, making our rucksack look full. We tried to beat the system, but Sergeant V knew that we were up to no good. And boy, were our rucksacks heavy after that. The Thunderbolt was a replacement for the P-41. I don't know. I'm not that much into aircraft. I thought the Thunderbolt was a P-41. Isn't it a P-41? Oh, no, it's a P-47. And you know a lot more than me, Brian. I was never big into the planes. I'm an Army guy. It all depended. For a ruck march, 25 miles, we had to carry full combat load. I don't know how much the full combat load weighed, because that's just extra compared to the rucksack. The rucksack had to be between 65 and 85 pounds, and Sergeant V usually kept us at about 75 pounds of gear. We would go. But if we were doing, sometimes we did the 25-mile road march, but we did it with our tow missile equipment. So that was a little crazy. We had the guidance system, the MGS. We had a missile with us. We had the launch tube, the tripod, our day sight, and our night sight with us. And those freaking things were heavy. So We had that. And then somebody would ruck with that for a long time, and then you'd switch off. You'd take their equipment, and then you give them your rucksack. And then we did 125-mile road march. I remember this prick bastard McCarthy. I just dumped off my rucksack to him, and he went crying to Sergeant V that he was hauling it, and frickin' that I was supposed to get it. And I think Sergeant V knew, and he knew I was going to do it anyhow. So I took it, and I just fucking hoofed it up to the front of the line. I was setting pace. I was like, fuck this. If I'm carrying this heavy-ass load, we're getting back quicker than we are right now. Because we were towards the tail end. We were probably like 3 miles out. I was like, fuck this. We're heading back now. We're going. Other than the knife, we didn't carry anything. Wow, really? Yeah, McCarthy was an asshole. We had you have a few of them. You know, you got your good guys, and then you got your few idiots that ruin everything. But you know, Sergeant V was good to me. It was more of Sergeant V and Sergeant Fry. Sergeant Fry was my section sergeant for a long time. He wanted me to stay in. He wanted me to be a lifer. So did Sergeant V. Sergeant V almost forced me to go to sniper school, because when I was in, I was small. I was nervous, and he saw when he came down with any of us could have went to sniper school, that fired expert on the M16A2. He saw my eyes. He's like, Conklin, you sure you don't want to go to sniper school? I was like, yeah. I wanted to stay with my platoon. I should have freaking went to sniper school. That would have been awesome. But anyway, let me go back. Yeah, the rucksacks were heavy for road marches. You had to carry your weight. All right, we have literally less than a minute to break the tie. Otherwise, we're in a tie. And then we'll go to a vote off if it doesn't end. We got 17 votes and 20 people here. We need one more person to break the tie if they want to vote. One more. Let's see if I can swing through the vote really quick before it ends. Thunderbolt! Exclamation point vote. Spacebar! Exclamation point Thunderbolt. And then we have the adversary set, exclamation point vote, spacebar, adversary, exclamation point adversary. Vote, you scallywags, exactly. Or walk the plank. And then you got exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point tiger. So if you haven't voted yet, help us out and vote. Pick one of those, and maybe you'll be the guy that breaks the tie. But as of now, we're down to nobody's voting. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll give it an extra 10 seconds just in case somebody wants to vote. If not, we're going to go in there and we will do it again. Well, we'll have the vote off. Okay, we're going to close the poll. I'm going to complete the poll and see what it says for a tie up front, because I've never had a tie before. Yeah, you voted earlier, so the poll result is a tie between the adversary set and the Tiger 1. So those two are in a tie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in the back end. I'm going to remove the P47 and Thunderbolt at the moment. And then we'll hit done. And we're going to start the poll. This poll is only going to be up for 5 minutes. So right now the clock should begin. You should see it for 5 minutes. You can vote either exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point tiger, or adversary. These are the two we're voting for. So if it ends in a tie this time, I will be the tiebreaker and do the vote. So get in there and vote once again. You got the choice of the adversary set, exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point adversary, or the tiger, and that's exclamation point vote, underscore, not underscore, spacebar, exclamation point tiger. I'm a little upset with that kit now. I'm not resculpting him. I'm just going to build him how he is. And actually, I didn't realize I had those 1/16 scale kits from a long time ago. I actually started building one of the German soldiers that I have, and I realized at the point that I wasn't even dealing with seams. The dude has seams, and I started painting it. I threw him in the Windex. He's sitting there for the paint to come off, and then tomorrow I'll clean him up and start seaming him up. This way he looks good. Vote me, can he do it? Make me be the decider. Can't vote for the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is not one of them. So that vote won't go in. You either have to choose from the adversary set or the tiger. So it's exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point adversary, or exclamation point vote, spacebar, exclamation point tiger. Adversary. I thought I seen somebody spell it wrong. Usher, you spelled adversary wrong if that's the one you're going to vote for. Nah, don't be sorry. Just made a mistake. It's no big deal. So those are the two. We got 21 people. We're going to let it run for 5 minutes, and I'll tell you we're 2 minutes into the vote. So there's 3 minutes left. We got 11 votes, and it is close again. There is 1 vote separating the both of them. So get in there and vote, boys and girls. We got 11 votes with under 3 minutes left. There we go. I'm watching the votes come in. We got 12 votes now. Vote, Kelly, vote. Another kit listed. Vote. Spencer says, exclamation point, vote, exclamation point, Kelly, what's for dinner? She's going to come over and yell at you, Spence. Either that or she's going to get the frying pan and hit me with it. Make Kelly be the tiebreaker. I don't think she would even know what, Usher, now you have a T in there. Fix your vote again, Ush. Get rid of that T. Exclamation point, vote, spacebar, exclamation point, adversary. This way you can get your vote in there. You guys are going to get me killed. Exclamation point, vote, hit Kenny instead of beating me. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, boy. Hey, Kelly, what's for dinner? I want to know what's for dinner, too. It's getting late. Oh, boy. We're back to, we're up to 13 votes. We have a minute and a half to go, and it's a close one again. It's separated by 1 vote right now. Oh, I think somebody just voted. Yes, we're separated by 2 votes now. Somebody did vote. El Kabong. Everybody still wants these. Yeah, I can't find. I gotta find somebody to draw it up. We'll sell like 5 of them, but we'll draw it up. Pork and beans. Pork and beans. I didn't vote. I don't vote unless the only time I'll vote is if there's a tie. Like after a tie. If I had to do this one, then I would vote. We're 2 votes apart, 14 people voted, and there's 50 seconds left. So as soon as this 50 seconds pass, oh, now we're back into somebody voted again. Now we're just a vote away from each other. With about 35 seconds left in the vote, we got 15 votes, 1 vote separating them both. We're under 30 seconds now. So I'm just watching it. This way I'll close the poll exactly at 5 minutes. And this is a close one. I'm surprised this is this close for these 2. I was expecting one to win over the other. What did you make for dinner there? What is that?
She only wanted soup. She don't feel good.
Oh, shit. Nanny got dinner. I didn't get dinner.
Shut the fuck up.
There's 10 seconds
Please try
left.
using foul language.
I use foul language tonight. It's okay. Tonight was a foul language night.
Shut the fuck up.
Close the poll. Oh, Kelly just told me to shut the F up. Close the poll and complete the poll. And this week's winner will be... Dun, 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 dun. You can no longer vote in the poll. What the F? Chippy says, hey, Kelly, what's for dinner? Chippy says, what's for dinner?
If you ask me one more time, that poll is going up your ass.
The adversary set was the winner. So we shall see the adversary set next week. So that means the Tiger tank and the P-47 will stay in the vote. You get. I do have cat food. I do have cat food. There's a steak in there. I'm gonna have to probably make that steak. Shh. Soup. Nanny's having soup. Nanny's not feeling well, so she's having soup. It's a good night tonight. We had a vote, a good vote. We had some fun. We saw that Tamia actually messed up a kit. They didn't have things right. I'm gonna actually ask a couple of my friends that were over in the desert at that time if they had camel packs. We didn't have them issued to us. We had 2 quart. Yeah, we had the 1 quart canteens, 2 of those, plus when we went out to desert training, we were issued a 2 quart huge canteen. Will Maximus Catechus loves me. He'll share anything with me. That's my boy. That's my boy. Who doesn't want to go to the hospital?
No, I'm just talking in general. Don't let them take me.
You're not going anywhere.
They'll leave me.
Maximus shares. Maximus is a good boy. Yeah, start checking your space loot, boys, because we've been on here for probably about a little over an hour or so. And then we'll cut out. I'll go do some more stuff. See what's for dinner. All that good stuff. Right, Kel? She's just staring at me. She's definitely going to beat me tonight.
Love to push your buttons.
She's definitely going to beat me tonight. Thank you guys for always stopping by. Thank you for the donations. It helps out with the streams and stuff. Kelly said thanks for helping me bust her chops tonight. It's always a good thing. You guys, make sure you stay safe. Thank you, Matt. Stay healthy. Don't go out unless you have to go out. We have not left the house unless we got to go food shopping. That's it, or walk the dog and stuff like that. So just be careful out there. Just to keep you guys occupied, the longer this goes on, I may just jump on here and bullshit with you guys just to take our minds off things and hang out and you know, do that. Maybe I'll see about some way of maybe setting up Zoom or something like that, because a bunch of us can get on in Zoom at one time and hang out. So if somebody wants to do something like that, let me know. We can do that, okay? All right, everybody, you have a great night. Thank you for making it fun. I guess we shall see you. We'll see you Saturday night, unless I jump on here beforehand and we have another night just to hang out and bullshit and keep our minds off stuff. Thank you all. I shall see you all on the site or on here sometime soon. Take it easy, everybody. Take care and bye-bye.